When you see me, I'm on the elevator climbing to the top. All you haters get behind me when you see me on the bar. When you see me, I'm on the elevator climbing to the top. All you haters get behind me when you see me on the bar. When you see me, I'm on the elevator climbing to the top. All you haters get behind me when you see me on the bar. When you see me, I'm on the elevator climbing to the top. All you haters get behind me when you see me on the bar. When you see me, I'm on the elevator climbing to the top. All you haters get behind me when you see me on the bar. When you see me, I'm on the elevator climbing to the top. All you haters get behind me when you see me on the bar. When you see me, I'm on the elevator climbing to the top. All you haters get behind me when you see me on the bar.
Good evening and welcome to another great night of Tuetalk with yours truly, Poyzun Blaq. Today is September the 28th, 2020. It's the beginning of the week, you guys, and we have a great week's lineup for you all. And I see some of you are already jumping on. Hi, Clyde. How you doing, sweet? Welcome to Tuetalk. It's been a great weekend, you guys. I hope all of you all were safe and you stayed, a little sanitized and masked up. For these silly people out here, I have to tell you all about a couple of the people that I've actually seen this weekend that did some real dumbass shit. But I'm going to save that until Wednesday for the Wally Wall night. Don't forget, you guys, go ahead on and get over to YouTube and subscribe to Poyzun Blaq. That's POYZUNBLAQ. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at PoyzunB. And if you're a Twitch subscriber, then jump on over to Twitch and type in Tuetalk 13 Live and join in on the conversation and the fun. Also, for all of your questions, comments, and topic suggestions, please email them to us at truetalk13@yahoo.com. And if you're ever on the feed and you would like to come live with the conversation, be seen and heard, then go to your browser, type in truetalk13live.com, put your name in the space box, and click join, and I'll be more than happy to bring you on with me. Also, if you own your own business or you know someone that owns their own business that would like to air their commercials during these True Talk sessions, then please give us a call at 901-501-2366. I want to say hi. I see all of my loving people have popped on. I got Clyde. He's here from the Big L. Dee Dee, what's up, cuz? And hey, sis, how you doing, Kim? I miss you too. I can't wait until you come to Memphis. November it is. Turn up time. Turn up. Tonight's topic, we're going to talk about sex and rape. You know, when is it sex? When is it rape? A lot of you all do not understand the term no. And it's a grand issue, not only in men, but in women as well. Because we do have a lot of aggressive women that don't believe in the no word. I know, because I used to be one of them. I can laugh at that now, but I'm serious, you guys. When someone says no, that's as far as it should go. It's no. When is sex actually deemed as rape? Is it when a person forces themselves upon you without your approval? Is it also when a person pursues the act of sex until they get you to submit? Or is it just always an overbearing, aggressive act of violence? We're going to talk a lot about this tonight, you guys, and I really want you all to jump in because some of you actually have been raped and you are afraid to let someone know that you've been raped. I know some guys that have actually been raped and they were afraid to let people know that women have actually raped them. It is an act of violence. It violates you. It violates your space. It violates you mentally and emotionally as well as physically. It is a horrific act that is done more so often than a lot of you all would like to admit. Do you need to take a break? I was looking at the look on your face. This is not a funny topic, you guys. Please excuse me.
Quit looking at
But
my
peripheral caught MPJ and he was like, so I thought he was giving me a sign that we needed to take a break.
No.
But okay, back to the subject at hand, you guys. If you're with someone, and a lot of times this actually happens with guys that are with other guys, and we know that it happens, even though a lot of you all are ashamed and afraid to let others know that it has happened to you. From young boys all the way to adulthood, a lot of you all have been sexually abused, molested, and those are acts of violence, and it's rape. Whether it was coaches, older siblings, your uncles, aunts, godmothers, stepmothers, or whatever, it was wrong. The same thing with you young ladies. A lot of you all are molested from children all the way up into adulthood, and you hold on to these these grievances, and it's a horrific thing. If someone violates you, never ever be afraid to seek help because it is mentally and emotionally crushing. It will crush your spirits. Never, ever, ever take the blame. Never, ever take the blame for that act. Because if someone rapes you, they ass is thick as hell. They're sick. And I mean, not if you're with your mates and y'all playing a little role play of this is what we're going to do and you're going to rip off each other's clothes. That's something totally different. But when you're saying no and someone violates you by tearing your clothes or putting weapons to your throats or your heads and making you strip and do this and do that, it's an act of violence. Also, when someone tries to reach out to you to tell you that someone has harmed them in that way, don't turn your deaf ear on to them. Don't make it seem like it's their fault, because a lot of people will make it seem as if it was your fault that you were violated. No. I don't give a damn what you have on, because they were raping women when they were had on petticoats. Guys don't walk around in mini skirts and things like that. And you have guys that actually rape other guys. Why? Because they are sick. Very sick.
Ew.
Stop. You have women that actually rape other women. Why? Because they are sick. In their minds, yes, they are the aggressor, but it's an act of power. They feel as though they have the upper hand and the control because they are taking. No. You can always stop these people. by physically hurting them. Stop cowering down to these type of people. If you tell somebody no, then that's what the hell it is. Guys, as well as ladies, children, always keep something on you. I don't give a damn if it's pepper spray, mace. Hell, it could be salt and pepper because you can always pour salt and pepper in your hand and blow it in somebody's face. Oh, hell yeah. Y'all know I'm psycho as hell. I think I always to get people about me. I ain't going. I've heard young ladies holler, but what if I can't? Ladies, we wear hair 24/7 unless your ass bald head. Because a lot of us are bald head now. But when you're bald head, keep other weaponry on you. I don't care if it's a box cutter, if it's a wood nail, salt and pepper. I don't care. Always keep something on you. And when a person violates you, yeah, after you hit them, if they hit you back, then you know the next step. You got to go to the reinforcements. Don't ever be so loopy to where you cannot control yourself during a situation. If you're going out with somebody new, don't let them get you drunk. Don't let them get you too high. Don't be popping out them damn pills. And if they give you anything to drink, watch it. You have to be skeptical about everyone these days, the same way they did back in the old days. I'm not asking any of you to come forth publicly to let this act of violence be known publicly. But if you're watching or you're listening and you have been violated and you've never sought the justice that is available to you, feel free to inbox me. Whatever we discuss is our confidentiality. And I strongly believe in privacy. That's the one thing I do believe in. If you need help to get to, these sites or whatever, please inbox me or send them to my email to contact me, or feel free to call me at the 901-501-2366 number. I mean, you can remain anonymous until, we get you some help. But it will still only be between you, that agency, and myself. Once I connect you with the agency and see that everything is well underway, I will step back and let you continue on your own unless you ask me to be there. So, does anyone have any questions or comments about tonight's topic? I would love to hear from you. I see tonight is going to be a real quiet night. While we're waiting on those comments and questions to come in, you guys, I do want to apologize to you all for Friday night. I got some somewhat disturbing news, and I did not know that I was having all of those facial. I did not know that I was having all of those facial, expressions. But I thank you all for sticking with me, and we're gonna have fun this week too, you guys. I know tonight's topic is a very touchy topic. And I know some of you all like to remain real, real private, and some of you will actually take these rapes to your grave with you because you're ashamed. You should never, ever, ever be ashamed, especially when you have been violated. Um, Oh, she said she already got the car reserved. Okay. Miss PJ says if anybody needs any help, contact Spreading My Love Inc. It can be reached through Facebook. Thank you, Miss PJ. So you guys please jump down to Spreading My Love Inc. If you have been violating in any kind of way, and they do honor the Privacy and Confidentiality Act. She's very thorough and she's stern about confidentiality. And not judgmental. She's she's not judgmental. Understand this, please, you all. I would never, ever, ever connect you with someone that hasn't already been through the things that we discuss. If they haven't gone through it, then they can't tell you about it. They're not going to relate. So I would never connect you with anyone that is like that. I can talk about rape now because I have gone through it. When I was younger, one of my older cousins tried to rape me. One of my other cousins actually put me in a situation, to where she set it up. Did I ever forgive her? A few years later. Did I ever beat her ass about it? Hell yeah. But, you have to watch it. Very useful information.
It was supposed to be.
Not very, but Yeri. All righty. Southern bread. But it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling at all. Hey, baby mom, how you doing? In my lifetime, I have been raped 3 times. I was afraid to open up to anyone about it because when it first happened the first time, and the person I reached out to turned their back on me. So I didn't trust anyone anymore. So I never said anything about it. I just dealt with it. And I fought that demon for years. And when I got into my late 30s, I finally opened up about it because I had nothing to be ashamed of. It happened. I hate it happened to me. I would hate that it would happen to anyone because it's not a good thing because it destroys you mentally. Did it make me bitter toward men? No, because I was already bitter. um, it made me recognize that there were really some sick people out here. And no, I didn't have on the little bitty mini skirts with the booty hanging out and all of that. They actually cut my clothes off of me. And it wasn't a good thing. But hey, they got theirs. Because everybody know Miss P. I don't let anything rest. Not when it's the wrong thing. But jump over here to the what about when a man is lied on? How are they supposed to deal with it? Or when a man is raped, do that count? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You do have some women out here. I'm not going to even say women. Let me draw that back some. Let's wheel that back in. You do have some females out here that lie about rape. Why? To be vindictive toward the guys, because the guy may have left her to deal with somebody else, or they weren't in a relationship. She just was expecting more out of it, and it didn't turn out her way, so she'll lie about it. It's not a good thing to lie about that. If you have been raped and you don't tell, it's something within you have to fight with. But if you haven't been raped and you lied and said that you were, I think you are one of the most foulest people on this earth. Let's jump over here. Yes, it does count when a man is raped. It's just as bad as a child or a woman. And I think people that rape people should be held accountable for, for it, no matter what sex, what gender their victim was. Ms. PJ says rape is a situation that can demoralize you throughout your life. But just know there are people out here to help you through this, as well as depression and anxiety that come with it. It does. Depression, anxiety, all of the psychosis that will create a monster. You have, there's a young lady. I don't know how many of you all actually keep up with time, and the story aired on 60 Minutes, if I'm not mistaken. But there is a young lady. It happened in the early 80s. And I followed this for a minute. This young lady had been raped by her stepbrothers, cousins, by a couple of co-workers, a couple of people that went to college with her. And she had been raped so many times to where they started calling her, wait a minute, I'm going too fast. When she got into college, she was raped 3 more times after being sexually molested and raped all of her life through her family members. But when she got to college, she was raped 3 more times. After then, I think they said it was her senior year in college, she began killing. She became a serial killer, and she started killing men. She would go out and meet them, and she would take them to these places, and she would kill them. Yeah, it does bring forth rage. Yes, it does. And for 16 years, this young lady had sex with men and killed them. Some of them, they say she never slept with them. She just killed them. Why? Because she was demented due to everything that had happened to her. You never know what goes through a person's mind once they've been violated. Guys, yeah, her rage manifested into hatred of men. But let me say this, guys, and some of you all may understand this, some of you all may not. If you're dating someone or you're married to someone and you find out that she had been violated, raped or whatever, that is the time where you have to make the decision of whether you're going to support her or if you're going to run away from the situation. Because these women are mentally scarred. And she's gonna need that support. Some women suppress it and they move on. I know, because I'm one of them. I suppressed it and I moved on with my life. Some women can't, because they've been broken so badly to where they really don't know how to fix themselves. It took me gambling, drugging, thugging to say, I fucked up. I put myself in a bad situation, And actually, I did. I was just around some sick ass people that made me the ass out of their jokes. A couple of them just end up being the ass of mine, but um, be supportive of your sisters, of your mothers, of your daughters, or of your cousins, your nieces, your aunts. Be supportive of these women because being raped is a horrific thing. Also, women, you have men that have been molested and, raped for years. Be supportive. There are some sick people out here. You have to be supportive. If you're going to hold it over their head once they tell you about it, then you're the wrong person for them to be with. You're just as toxic as the person that harmed them. Or you're just as fragile as they are because you don't know how to be strong enough to be the support. So that's when you tell them, I really don't know how to handle this, so I can't. Because these people that have been violated, who have been harmed, need support at all times. Don't turn your backs. Let's jump over here to the comments. Miss PJ said her rage manifested into the hatred of men. Christina says, why do men use no means yes? I have heard it for myself. What would you do in a situation like that? The last time a guy told me, no mean yes, I punched his ass in the throat hard as hell. I ain't gonna even lie. He couldn't even breathe. I almost crushed his larynx. I hit his ass literally right here and knocked that Adam's apple back and asked him, bitch, can you breathe? Because no mean no. And I ran out the door. And that was 17 years ago. So no means no, damn it. It's the same way as with a child. When you tell a child no, it's no. Miss PJ says a lot of times in their eyes, suppression is the best thing to do in order to deal with the situation, and it is sometimes, but everybody can't handle suppression. With me, it wasn't easy, so I can't expect for it to be easy for anyone else. In order for me to suppress that, I'm not going to even lie. I turned to alcohol and drugs first. I did. I turned to alcohol and drugs. I was smoking weed, fooling with cocaine, and drinking alcohol like kids drink Kool-Aid. And that was how I fought it. For years, I was like that. Until I just prayed and told God I didn't want to feel that feeling anymore. I didn't want to drink anymore like that, which I'm still drinking my alcohol. Hey, I'm a drunk, I drink. But I didn't want to do drugs anymore. I didn't want to smoke weed anymore. I stopped smoking weed April 13th, 2002. And I'm happy. I stopped dealing with cocaine in 2009. And I'm happy. And no, I didn't have to go to no rehab and all that. It's just that I was using it as a crutch, and I prayed. And I asked God to take all of that away from me, and that's what he did. And I've been living good for years. So reach out for help. I don't care how old this act of violence was, committed towards you. Reach out for help. There is ways that you can be psychologically helped. So reach out. Let's jump over here to the comments. Ms. PJ says, replying to Christina, a lot of times it comes from them either being harmed or even seeing it happen and not having the guts to speak up on it behalf of the victim. Exactly. Then Christina says, what can we do as women? You support other women who have dealt with abuse of that nature. Yeah, I know what you're saying, to support. I got you. I think everyone should come together, whether it's male or female. if you have been violated in the form of rape, then I think you all should come together. Sometimes you all can actually talk to each other and try to build that support system between the two of you or the group of you. And you can always seek psychological or psychiatric treatments to where you can go and vent. But always do your homework on any agency that you decide to reach out to. Do your homework. Make sure they're legitimate. And you go in and you speak with them and make sure they are practicing ethically. Make sure they are practicing ethically. Christina says, how do you feel about the Boy Scouts little situation? I knew that shit was going on when I was a child. I'm not even a Boy Scout, but I knew where it was a whole lot of boys, it was somebody's sick ass just floating around. And I think if you were a Boy Scout back then and the headmaster or the troop leader or whatever I just think they ass need to be beat, and beat over and over and over and over again. I'm not gonna lie. Don't kill them, but torture the hell out of them. I think anybody that has ever raped anybody should be, I mean, unless y'all were doing it as role play. I think if you ever harmfully abuse, sexually abuse man, boy, man, girl, or woman, your ass should be tortured to death. I think you should be tortured over and over and over and over again. Take a broomstick and shove it up your ass. I'm sorry. I mean, that's how I feel. Or somebody pull a branch off of a tree and shove it up their ass. Whew. We're going to take a cool down session for a minute because, yeah, it did. It did take a decade for it to surface, Chris. And I'm going to tell you what's crazy. Even when they were speaking about all of the acts of rape that happened in the Catholic Church, that shit threw me for a loop. But we're gonna talk about homosexuality, being lesbian, transgender, or whatever. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit, you guys. I want you all to stay on with me. I have a brief commercial, and I'll be back in 2 and 2. Okay. Thank you all so much. That was Madam Kiki with Danger Zone 901. That girl knows she has that hair. While I'm talking about Madam Kiki, I would like to send out my prayers and my condolences to her family. They lost, one of her sisters this weekend, and she was very dear to them, very dear to them. So you all have our prayers and our condolences from all of us here at True Talk. Kiki, you know Big Sis is always here for you. Call me, baby. I love you. Christina says, okay, boo. We're gonna jump down here. Christina says, I am a member. No, PJ told Chris, I am a member of Spreading My Love, Inc., nonprofit organization. Myself and the founder, Nicole Jones, are both survivors of rape. And we are here as listeners for victims and other survivors as a support system. You can find our page on Facebook or even inbox one of us. Thanks, sis. Thanks. Let's talk about this rape issue. And then we're gonna talk about the sex thing. Sex is great. I can't lie. I love sex. I will suppress it, but I love sex. JT, give it to them. I'm gonna take it. But that's not rape when you do it that way. That is not rape. Let me say this. If there is a time when you are with your mate and your mate acts aggressively toward you in the bedroom and it's not welcomed, then that is rape. That is rape. Whether it's her raping him or him raping her, when the sex is not welcomed, excuse me, when the sex is not welcomed willingly, it is rape. It is rape. Now let's talk about rape. It does happen in all sexuality circles. Even in the gay community, a lot of them are raped. A lot of them are raped, and society turns their head to them, and I don't think that's fair. Guys will rape other guys. Girls will rape other girls. Excuse me. There are sick people in this world, and we all have to face that. I don't think it's fair for anyone to be humiliated, violated, destroyed mentally, destroyed emotionally, destroyed spiritually, as well as physically. I think if you are one of those type people who gets your kicks and your jollies from being aggressively sexual with someone that is telling you no, then your ass is sick as hell. Yeah. And you need help. If you know someone that is like this, get them some help. I'm taking all questions and comments right now, you guys. Jump on the feed and let me know how you all feel about this topic. Because it is a sensitive thing. And while I'm waiting on a lot of you all to jump in and speak, don't forget to get on over to our YouTube page and type in POYZUNBLAQ and hit subscribe so you will know when True Talk airs. Also, if you are on Twitter, then go ahead on and follow me at Poyzun B. And if you are a Twitch subscriber, please jump on over into your browser and into your search box and type in True Talk 13 Live and join in on the conversations and the fun. Christina says, so how can we make our youth aware? Parents, and I'm so glad you asked that question, Christina. Parents, sit down and talk to your children. I know a lot of you all always do this right here, and I know y'all do it because I used to be a young parent once upon a time. I just got a little bit more into depth about it with my children. But only thing y'all tell y'all children these days is, if somebody touch on you, you come and tell me now. No, go into specifics with your children so that they can understand what rape is. You got a lot of little boys out here that's around these uncles and these cousins and these stepfathers and everything else. No, they're not funneling with their penises or anything, but they're making them give them head and shit like that. You got them, these aunts and stepmothers and all that, making these boys eat their coochie. And they doing the same thing to your little girl. So explain to your children what these violations are and tell them, make them feel comfortable enough and safe enough and trusting in you enough so that they can say, well, hey, mom, hey, dad, I did this and I did that and I went here and I went there and this happened and that happened. And let your parents, so that their parents can show them that they're protecting them and do what needs to be done. You can't just tell a child, oh, if somebody touch you in the wrong place, you just come tell me. No, because they do so many extra things. Explain the entire situation to your children. You cannot be afraid to talk to your children and say, I'm protecting you. No, you're half-assing. You're half-assing. Don't straddle the fence, parents. Explain to your children the entire act and let them know that you are there to protect them. And let me say this. If your children come to you and tell you someone is touching them or someone is doing things to them, don't turn your damn back on your child because your stupid ass in love with this person. Because you're just as much at fault as the aggressor. If your daughter come to you and tell you that your boyfriend touching her, or your husband is touching her, or your brother is touching her, bitch, you better do something about it and not turn your back on that baby. Yes, I did call you a bitch. Because so many of you all do that shit all because you digmatized. Or you're just stupid and it happened to you, so you're afraid to protect your own daughter. No, that's the wrong thing to do. The wrong thing. It's the same thing with your boys. And if your child, let me say this, and I have to say this. If your child come to you and tell you this person is abusing them sexually or in any kind of abuse, ain't no way in the hell you supposed to be on the other person's side, because it makes you less than a damn parent. And you a sick ass individual, just like this sick ass individual that's harming your child. Let me jump back over here to the comments. Ms. PJ says, by keeping a clear line of communication open with them, don't sugarcoat anything about life. Exactly. And Nicole is on with us. Hi, Nicole. Welcome to Tuetalk. Nicole actually replies to both of them and tells them thank you. And she says, that's right. Exactly. You have to. So many of you parents are so busy conducting your own lives to where you're forgetting about your children, and your children are being harmed. They're being violated. And when they come to you, you are so ignorant to reality, to whereas you're not paying attention. And let me say this. Please let me say this. Don't ever get so tied up in a relationship to whereas you don't pay attention to your children. If you got little girls that are in diapers and little panties or whatever, and stepdad or whoever got to keep them, check your daughters. It's the same. Check them front to back. Clit, hole. It's 3 of them. Check their mouths. When they're breaking out and all these little rashes and everything, check them. Take them to the doctors. Let the doctors check them. You got these fathers that keep their daughters and they play with their daughters and molest their daughters. But some of you all are so damn blind and ignorant to what's going on, not because you don't know, it's because you don't want to know, because you're afraid of losing that man. Get a reality check. Your children come first. Your children come first. So many of you are so caught up into your own love things going on, you're not paying attention. Some of you all have been raped and you put your children in those same exact situations. Why? Because since you blocked it and you want to act like it never happened, you didn't take time out to explain it to your children. And when your children shut down on you because you don't know how to open up and explain things to them, a lot of y'all stupid. Y'all tell the children, it's your fault. You must have been doing that. Prime example, when I was growing up, our neighbor, we were staying in the Belts apartments. I used to pick and fire my little rat pads. You know, we was bad shit. But her stepdad was molesting her, and he wasn't penetrating her, but he would lick on her clit and stuff all the time. And she told me about it. She was like, he always licking me in between my legs and he's blowing on me, and he was having her to do things to him. And he was doing the same thing to her brother. But their mother didn't want to. Wait a minute, hold up. I said her stepdad. It wasn't their dad. It was their mom's brother. And she didn't want to believe that her brother was doing that to his niece and nephew. In fact, she beat them and told them that they were liars. Well, this sister and brother duo got older, like 3 years older, because I think we were in the 3rd grade then, because we were going to A.B. Hill. We had made it to the 6th grade. I was going to Walk Elementary, and they were actually going to Lincoln, because Lincoln had started accepting 6th graders. Well, this uncle, sick bastard, ran into the sister and brother duo. And he raped them. And he gave them venereal disease. But at the particular time that he was molesting them, because he actually penetrated them then because they were older, they ended up almost killing their uncle. And they turned away from their mother. And their mother ended up, I think she died alone or whatever, but it took for him to seriously hurt them. And she didn't pay them any attention until they almost killed him. That's when the mother paid attention, because they almost killed him. And she still was per her brother and not her children. Until they told the mother that both of her children had venereal diseases. And that's a horrible thing. So pay attention to your children. Watch their attitudes around your mates and other people, and watch whom you let whose homes you let your children go visit. Because sometimes they have little friends that are being molested, and the friend is so afraid to be in the house alone with these molesters to where they're, oh, well, come spend the night with me. And then your child go, and now the molester is molesting not only the child that lives in the home, but yours as well. So pay attention. All of that willy-nilly, go ahead, hell no. Get your ass up. Go meet these other parents. Go check out the scenery. Because some of y'all let your kids go all willy-nilly and don't even know where the hell the people live at. Because y'all too busy focused on yourselves. Rape is a serious issue, you guys. And I really think that you all should pay a lot of attention to it. Speak with your children. Always let them know that you are there to protect them. And most of all, if anything happens to your child, let your child know that it's not their fault. It's some sick ass people out here. And we all have to face them. It's been a great evening with you guys. Don't forget to get on over to YouTube and subscribe to Poyzun Blaq. That's Poyzun Blaq. Also follow us on Twitter at PoyzunB, and you can view us via Periscope. And if you are a Twitch subscriber, then go ahead on and type in Tuetalk 13 Live, and we can get this party started. For all of your questions, your comments, and your topic suggestions, please send them to our email at truetalk13@yahoo.com. And if you're ever on the feed and you would like to come live with us, then jump in your browser, Chrome preferably, or Safari, and type in truetalk13live.com. Put your name in the space box and click the word join. And I'll be more than happy to bring you on in with us. Also, if you own your own business or you know someone who has their business and would like to air their commercials during the True Talk sessions, then please give us a call at 901-501-2366. It's been a great night, you guys. For all of your auto mechanic needs and window tinting, we have Mr. JT Hawkins. For all of your graphic design needs, we have SK Graphics and JNR Productions, as well as Production Music. For all of your music production and engineering needs, we have Travail the Master Childs, and Jody J.R. J-Dog Williams and JNR Productions, as well as SK Graphics. We got MPJ on that for all of your music needs. Hey, we just got it going on. Southern Bread Music, SK Graphics, JNR Productions. And for your catering, event planning, life consultations, financial consultations, we have Royalty and Care Consulting. So please give us a call at 901-501-2366 for all of these services, and I will direct you in to whoever needs to answer that call. Also, don't forget, get over to Painted Tree, you guys, and get your Senate Flame candles and tell them your girl Poyzun Blaq from True Talk sent you. Don't forget your jewelry by Tanya Lashley. And those lash knees, we got Madam Kiki, Rakita Davis Grant, Unique Rivers from Heavenly Lashes, and it's one more, and I can't think right now. Because everybody's doing everything. Tomorrow night is our NFL night. We will have those week 4 predictions for you, as well as week 3 highlights. And we got some great scores because this weekend was a great weekend. But it's been a ball, you guys. Stay masked up. Stay sanitized up. No damn coughing. I'll punch your ass in the forehead. It's been a great evening with you guys. Good night and God bless.
I'm on the elevator climbing to the top. All you haters get behind me when you see me on the block. When you see me. I'm on the elevator climbing to the top. All you haters get behind me when you see me on the block. When you see me. I'm on the elevator climbing to the top. Are you ready to get behind?